They say the sun leaves us every year, and every year we call it home. I'm Varun, filmmaker and AI artist.
Uttarayan is
It's a folktale about a village frozen in winter. It's a time when sun begins its journey north. So the people decide to do something unusual. They send kites in the sky, like the letters to the sun. And to animate that moment, you need tools that keep up with your imagination. For this film, I wanted a world that felt handmade but cinematic.
I defined the visual tone through fresco.
Once the visual tone was locked, I moved into Adobe Firefly boards to build the story frame by frame. Then I brought those frames into Photoshop to extend, refine and compose them exactly the way I imagined. When the frames are ready, I animate them using generative AI video engines inside Firefly boards. Post this, I brought in all the assets into Premiere to edit the film.
I used generate sound effects in Firefly
To bring everything to life. That's why I create with Adobe Creative Cloud. Letters reach the sky, and just like every year, we call the sun home. Now it's your turn. I'm excited to see what you create.
Watch the full film on the Adobe Firefly YouTube channel.